This place hasn't changed a bit in 20 years.
Again, Gilmanton, New Hampshire is a small town located about 20 miles north of Concord, New Hampshire. Rolling hills, dense forest, cold winters, a deeply religious, tight-knit farming community. H. Holmes himself, in his autobiography, invited readers to visit with him, and I quote of it, and not the spirit of it, a tiny, quiet New England village nestling among the picturesquely rugged hills of New Hampshire. Charming, right? Well, just wait. Right here at 500 Province Road sits the birth home, a white paneled house surprisingly prominent in the center of town. This simple white house is where H. Holmes was born, or some might say spawned, as Herman Webster Mudgett. His parents, Levi Horton Mudgett and Theodate Page Price, were both descendants from the first English settlers in the area. They were devout Methodists who did not hesitate to use the rod for discipline and would banish their son to the attic for misbehavior. Lovely parenting, I'm sure. Now you'll turn your attention directly across the road, which I will do in a second. And this is the Gilmanton Academy, where Holmes attended school. And right next to it, Gilmanton Academy. Now, if you'll turn your attention directly across the road, you'll see Gilmanton Academy, where Holmes attended school. And right next to it, the Gilmanton Community Church, which still functions as a place of worship today. He was neither a particularly popular student nor very memorable here. He was said to be unusually intelligent at an early age, but there were haunting signs of what was to come. He expressed an interest in medicine, which led him to practice surgery on animals. Not a great start. A turning point came when older bullies forced him into a village doctor's office face to face with a human skeleton. Holmes later said the experience cured him of his fears and sparked his interest in medicine. Most kids would have nightmares. Herman took notes. He graduated local high school in 1877 at the age of 16. And the town, Gilmanton, would never quite escape the shadow of the boy who grew up here. The only building still standing with direct connection to H. Holmes is the very birth home. The murder castle in Chicago's gone, but this quiet white house, which we'll walk toward in a moment, in a quiet New Hampshire town, still standing, a reminder that born in dark castles, sometimes they come from the most ordinary places imaginable. And we'll take a few steps toward the castle. The home. The castle is a bank, I believe it was raised quite a few years ago. And he saw an opportunity to go to Chicago during the World's Fair and built this incredible labyrinth for the sole purpose of killing tourists. No one would look for them. They were on vacation, most of them, going to the World's Fair or the Chicago Expo, which is quite an interesting World's Fair with many innovations developed there. Carousel being one of them, Ferris wheel also being introduced there, corn dogs and other wonderful things. So this is the home. It's a private home, so please don't come to this area and don't bother the residents. Sometimes these homes, the residents don't even know what the history of it is. But this is where he grew up, and that was the attic where he was banished to at a young age. Might have started. He collected bones, like it mentioned earlier, and he kept them in the attic. Try to be respectful of their property as much as possible. And I would be a little freaked out if someone came videotaping my house, but hopefully they know the history and know a little bit about the house and why nuts like me would actually take an interest in it. This nice. They moved? Oh, boo. Are you the owner? You know the history, right? Could you tell us about it? Would you mind coming down? I'm doing a YouTube video. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. It's a wonderful opportunity. The owners are very kind, and they're going to come down and talk to us a little bit about the home. Beautiful yard. I mean, there's wood and lawnmowers, but a look of the community a little bit. It's still a sleepy community. It's not as it was in 1880, but it is a nice, quiet community. What a great opportunity. And what nice people. Sometimes people get very upset about you filming their homes and talking about the history. I know the Wonderland murder site, the owners there the residents there get pretty upset about people coming to their home. I think there's been an addition. I think that back, I'm almost positive that back part. So it would have been, this section would have been the whole home, which is quite large for this area, especially in 1880 or thereabouts. Oh, it was very funny. Boo. Knew what we were here about. That's the address. But again, they're very nice people. Let's not take advantage. Let's not visit without an invitation like we did. Good morning or good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well, and how are you?
Side is the classy zombie. So we look for odd, unusual things, and we found it. And I'm thinking, what's in our backyard? We live in Hudson, so we drove up, found a lot of garage sales, spent a lot of money, and said, let's go look at the Mudgett house. Yes. Yes. What's it like living here?
It can be very challenging. He can be very challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Use spirits of
definitely has a few spirits.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
We've experienced some definite episodes.
Could you tell me about?
Sure. I was going to say, if you want to come in and have a seat, you
don't mind?
We just ordered tires.
I'm making it very clear that anyone viewing should not come unannounced and visit like I did. But I really appreciate your kindness.
Bring, donate to the rebuilding of it. It
was
supposed to be torn down, and we bought it, and we're, all in the backyard or for the rafters.
Those look original, or at least,
They are.
So it's
from
1880?
1825.
Wow.
Yeah. Those came from the oldest house up in the Weirs Beach.
Oh, wow.
Greg Hull's home. He donated those to us. So they'll be going in.
It's a beautiful house.
It will be a beautiful house.
Yeah.
It's but excuse the antiques, excuse the tires.
I appreciate so much your time. Yeah, I'll put it together. I'll edit it up. A lot of people like me stopping over and filming and
all the time, every weekend especially.
Oh wow!
And a funny story was that I was taking up these bricks from another portion of the house, And I had them out here. It was last year this time. And I had a big stack out front here, and a motorcyclist stopped and said, "Are you selling those?" I said, "Yeah, 20 bucks a piece." She said, "I'll take two."
Oh.
And I thought bricks weren't even a thing back in 1820.
They're rather new, yeah.
But that's okay. So, and I had been paying to dump the bricks, and I thought, I have a
might as
cottage
well
industry
put a
here.
little this placard on it or something and
exactly.
sell it. There is a whole market. I've purchased weird. Don't think I'm crazy, but I've purchased like the fireplace from the Tate LaBianca house and things like that. Murderabilia. There's a lot of it.
I do have all those wooden shakes from this house.
Wow.
Down in the basement, and I'm
Very
thinking
cool.
maybe.
Yeah, you
I'll
could
do
do a
that.
little. And there are sites online too that handle, because you can't put that on eBay.
So, a question for you: if we won't sell, but if we were to sell, would the house be worth more or less?
More.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, recent murders would be, but he was only born here and lived here. There's no murders took place.
No, he lived here for half his life. He actually taught in the Gilman. Yeah, I don't think it was here at the academy. I think it was the one in up in the Ironworks.
Oh, okay.
I think his parents, I think one of them was a pastor over here at the church. And when he was bad, he was locked in the attic room. And under the floorboards, I looked for it on the way out. He had a journal. I should go get that for you.
You have a written journal from him?
Not from him. He stole, it was from the local doctor. And they had this, every 2 months, this pamphlet come out to all the doctors. And he took it and he put it in the floorboards.
Wow.
And we were renovating one of the bedrooms upstairs.
It's already showing his dark interests.
And, and it was underneath one of the floorboards.
It's amazing.
So
Wow.
it's,
How long have you been in the house?
about 10 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And did you know when you bought the house? Did they disclose to you when you bought the house?
they
then?
did.
Yeah.
The realtor wouldn't go in the house.
Really?
She said, "I've been in. I don't like the feeling I get."
Wow.
And we were friends. So she said, "Would you mind, going in?" And I said, "Okay." So I went in, and then I came back that night. Well, actually, and I said, "Okay, if you're here, show me something, so I can feel good about buying this house." And nothing happened. I didn't feel anything. But we did have an incident when my mom was alive. She sat in this front window, and it's a straight shot right to the kitchen and the dining room. And she was sitting there with her knitting, and she's very sharp, very together. And she saw, it was Mother's Day, and she saw H.H. Holmes, the rounded hat and the cape. And he came in back of my brother, who was on his iPad.
Wow.
And she was like, "Why did Prudy invite somebody to my Mother's Day party?" She was a little put out by this. And why did he wear a costume? And she didn't tell anybody, because he looked at her and she said it was just dark eyes, just black eyes. And she said, "I knew immediately it wasn't human."
Yeah.
And he floated back into the kitchen, out of sight. Floated. And so she said, "I'm 92. They're going to think I'm crazy." So she took out her knitting book, and on the back cover, she wrote the whole thing out. Now,
clever to do that. I thought to do that. Yeah.
Because she didn't want to fess up. Now, fast forward to November, we had an awful snowstorm, and my niece had flown in from France, and she was upstairs in the bedroom, and she kept hearing an old bike bell. And when we were kids, we used to have a whistle that had
those slide whistle. Yeah.
And she kept hearing it, and that's the sound we always hear, and it gets louder and louder and louder. And she had jet lag, and she called me at the office. She said, "Aunt Prudy, there's some kid on his bike." Now, what kid would be on their bike in a snowstorm? And this is what's happening. And I said, "Just yell, 'Please stop.'" And she did. She said, "Oh, he heard me. It stopped."
He's an obedient ghost.
And I didn't dare tell her what it was because I didn't.
Did she know the history?
No.
No. It's probably for the best.
So then Christmas comes, and I said, well, we were talking about H.H. Holmes, and I said, Tegan, you know that sound you heard? Well, that was him. And she was like, no.
Freaked
And my
out,
mother
yeah.
said, well, I have a confession. And she reaches
got
down
the
into
book.
her knitting book and she reads it to us.
That's great.
And I was like, oh my God, we're haunted.
So you were asking about selling the house. There are people that specifically, there's Zach Baggins. I don't know if you know him.
never
He
heard
has a
it.
TV show. He does Ghost Hunter
Yeah.
TV show. It's kind of cheesy, but they always see a ghost everywhere they go. So it's
Yeah.
kind of, but he buys murder houses. He has a museum in Las Vegas, and he specifically buys. So I think the value would be increased if you got into that kind of
Yeah.
community and found someone,
Yeah.
because he's very wealthy, and he bought the La Bianca. I don't know how much you know about the Manson, the second family that were murdered by the Manson. He bought that house.
Wow.
And he paid $2 million over the asking price.
Sold.
That was in Beverly Hills area. So
Yeah, but Gilmington is
it is
wonderful.
beautiful. Yeah, it's a great town.
Well,
We used to foster a young lady who had intellectual disabilities, and she went to the ski camp
oh, okay.
over in the Ironworks,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
isn't far, right?
No,
It's
it
not.
isn't. It isn't. You should probably go out there and
Yeah.
look at the academy building.
And his
you know.
family's buried in this area, right? Is there
Yeah.
a cemetery?
Yeah,
Where's
let me see. It's kind of by the winery.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll probably head out there next.
And when he was young, there were two of his friends that passed away. I don't know if you were aware of
No.
that. So, and who knows? It could
The
be all
implications
folklore.
that he
well, there
might
was
have
one
been
that
involved?
walked out of a second story of a barn,
oh boy.
and another one that drowned, unfortunately. But those could have been childhood accidents,
Right. But
and I don't-
coincidence, huh?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
and did they ever suspect him in those, or what? After they
I think
knew
after the
everything,
fact, maybe.
they said, "Oh, look
And
at
his wife's family, the wife he didn't kill, is still in Alton.
okay."
Did you know that?
The family?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Are they
descendants.
Mudge?
No.
No.
No, can't remember her last name. But I just happened to
Price? Is that Price?
think, maybe.
Yeah.
I just happened to be thinking of him this morning, and I didn't realize there were 4 kids in the family.
Oh my goodness.
There's him and 3, and I'm thinking, this house is a postage stamp. Where did they put him? Put all 4 kids. So, and it used to be the country store.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So
It is really beautiful.
It's-
the footprint is.
yeah,
is-
it's getting there. And we
amazing.
dig out antiques that we find in there, and we're debating: do we sell them? Do we, So
Yeah.
I just pulled everything out front here, and I said I'm going to start, refurbishing them and selling them. So
Wow.
maybe I'll do that. I'll put a little budget.
Thank you for a great opportunity to be able to get this close and hear about it, and from a person that lives it every day.
Well, we think he was born in that room upstairs on the right.
The second floor.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's the attic where he was
When he was
banished.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was so he could look over the church and.
And that was
The tent.
typical in those days. It wasn't unusual
yeah.
corporal punishment, especially if it was a pastor
Yeah,
and the
they were
religious
pretty-
piece to it.
pretty
They were
thorough.
devout.
Yeah. Well,
Methodist, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Now
community's Methodist most.
Now
or
it's
was.
the Methodist church I think was down there. I think this was. Now it's, just a community church. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. I don't want to keep you, but it was an incredible treat to have that opportunity.
Well, I tell you, anytime. We're pretty.
I love the boo out the window. I thought you were going to tell me I'll leave, because I
No.
get that more often than not.
Oh, no,
So
no. I figure we're all just stewards of these places,
that's kind of you,
So,
though. That really is kind. Yeah, set
you
up
guys
a.
want to be creepy, you can
Yeah,
be creepy.
we're creepy. We do garage sales too, so it's like from the ridiculous to the sublime. But this is really my passion: is strange
Yeah.
things and haunted things and
Okay.
just odd things
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the
Well,
area.
it's-
Yeah.
you definitely stumbled.
Yeah,
You know,
this
come
is
by anytime.
New Hampshire.
I would bring you in, but we have 2 mastiffs
That's
in there
fine.
that
Oh, I understand.
aren't being very friendly right now.
I would really appreciate that. I'll give you
Yeah.
a heads up if
Yeah,
there's.
do if you're coming by.
Yeah.
Um,
I
yeah.
won't put that on tape
Yeah.
so that people don't feel like they have an open invitation to come to your house. I will edit that out.
Yeah.
Thank you
But
so
it's,
much.
I'm at Mama Prudy. Mama Prudy.
I'll write it down as soon as I
At
get. My
Gmail.
wife is sitting in the car. She's shy.
Either that or she's normal.
Yeah. No, she's crazy like me. We did, speaking of the Manson murders,
Yeah.
we went for the 50th anniversary and we got a tour. We went on Cielo Drive where their house was. It's not
Yeah.
there anymore. And we ate dinner at the place that they had their last meal. And it was fun. It was a lot of
I'm
fun.
thinking about opening this
Yeah,
up.
do a little museum or something. a
Well,
little,
I'm just thinking, you know, come for dessert or something like that.
or
And,
haunted weekend
Yeah.
around Halloween. Or,
Yeah. I've been,
I know you would, and you could probably charge pretty good. $85 people would pay for something
Yeah.
like that to walk,
Desserts
just to
and
walk
coffee,
through. Desserts, coffee,
yeah.
a meal that he liked, mutton,
Money.
whatever they ate. And he was 1880s, right?
Yeah,
70s and 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think his family built the house. I
In
really
the
should
20s,
do-
1820s.
Yeah. Yeah. It's over there.
Oh, it has the
1825.
number. Oh wow. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So edit out any of the
Yeah, the personal
no,
stuff.
the
but
slop in the backyard
Oh.
and all of this.
it's charm. It's New England charm.
No, it isn't. This is bad. It's never been this bad. But you know, I ordered the tires, and they came here instead of going to the shop, and I was like, why would you send tires to my house? I just don't get it.
Excellent. My name's Michael Blau, by the
Michael,
way.
I'm Prudy.
Hi, Prudy. Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
nice to
Thank
meet
you
you.
so much.
No
You're the
problem.
kindest person I've met this month. Really
can't
appreciate
imagine. You
it.
don't
Were
give
you
up
like
a
some
quick
guys?
goodbye.
You said people
No.
do it often, right? So
Yeah,
it's-
so I
We are at the cemetery, I believe, where Herman Mudgett's family is buried. He is not buried here, but his brother, mother, and father are buried here. So we're going to take a look and see if we can find it. Seems like a hidden spot. I hope I'm not on private property. I didn't see anything posted, but let's see what we find. It's almost like the cemetery doesn't want to find us or us find them. A beautiful stone wall. Beautiful property. I think I was on someone's land, but luckily I didn't get shot. Looks like there's something back there. Let me explore a little more and hopefully I'll find it. All right, I don't know if you can see it back there. Let me try to zoom in a little bit, but there is a very small, looks like a very small cemetery. So I'm gonna figure out how to get there and check myself for ticks and poison ivy afterwards. And scrub down. But I'm gonna hike through there. So here's this very small cemetery. I have no idea how I found this. And we're gonna look for the Mudge family. I believe it's Levi, it's the father. He's a minister, so he probably has a prominent stone. It's not that one, which is pretty new. Let's take a look. Wow. Lucretia. Philip Jones. They're only like 10 stones. So hopefully it won't be too hard to find, but they're all moss covered. Mary A. Emerson, maybe? These children's markers. Really have a hard time. Sarah E. Cemeteries are so amazing. Just a glimpse into history. These look well traveled, so. No. Sanborn. A lot of Sanborns in this area. Well, few more, one really more opportunity. See if that's it. No. Epic fail, huh? No. Let me check. Oh, look at this sinkhole. That's a little creepy. The size of a casket. Another one. And another one. Collapsed graves. It's on a hillside, which is interesting. It's not running down into the hills. All right, let me see if I can find something on Find a Grave. See if I can figure out which one is theirs. Did find the grave of his mother. Mary Prescott Mudgett is right here. So the stone might have been stolen. There are a lot of these, but I'm assuming he's buried near or next to his wife, Mary Prescott. I think that's as close as we're going to get to the Mudgett family today. Now, how do I get back to my car with my recently broken and surgery replaced metallic leg? Car's up there. Trail is there, but the trail leads to nowhere. I'm going to go check out the sign. Maybe it says something that this is a historic, well, it's definitely historic, but cemetery. It does lead down further, the trail. So I'm going to go a little further down. The off chance that he was not buried next to his wife, but it has her full name, which is unusual. It usually just says name, wife of whoever. So I can be here. Let me wander down here. My battery's about to die. This is just a road. All right, I'm not going to push it. Think we came as close as we're going to get. Phew, I think we found it. I'm going to save my battery and wait until we're in the cemetery and I find the graves. Here we are. The graves of the first American serial killer's parents, Levi Mudgett, November 11th, 1827 to March 9th, 1911. Theodate P. Mudgett, October 1st, 1827 till December 23rd, 1903. And their son, not the serial killer's son. They were probably proud of this one. Henry Mudgett, October 15th, 1866. So the dates jive that he could be their child, I believe. That makes sense. Till April 23rd, 1900. So he predeceased both his parents. Very interesting. Standing at the graves of America's first serial killer. What could they have been thinking? What could they have been doing in their household that bred a genius monster? What a great opportunity to be here. Earlier today, I didn't even know this was in New Hampshire. Right in my backyard. Beautiful cemetery. Peaceful, as they should be. Looks like the newer graves are 1930s, 20s, 30s. But there are many of these early 1900 graves. Cool. His father, Levi, was a minister in town at that church that we saw. They were Methodists. And he was a spare the rod, spoil the child kind of guy. They locked Herman in the attic. He played with bones. He was odd. He possibly murdered 2 playmates when he was younger. One falling off a 2nd story of a barn and one drowning. And they only thought about that after his death, or after he was captured in Chicago for all the murders in his murder hotel. I will not be traveling to Chicago as much as I'd love to, but there's nothing there. It's a bank. They raised the property. The Death Hotel. Very cool opportunity I had today. Meet the owner of the home where he grew up, was born, and seeing the graves of his parents. Please stay creepy.
Simply divine.
This has been the Classy Zombie. Stay creepy.